sleep. I have stomach pain so bad. Granted, I'm gaining weight. I believe it's the water weight, but I lost a lot of it in my tummy or my abdomen. But it's my legs, and there's blockage there, and I know that. On top is not really significant, but like my legs are swollen. And no, it's not this, not that. It's because there's blockage in the bottom of my calf. Because when I went at one point, I had like a Charlie horse, and I kept massaging it. Like I felt like a little bump or like a clot or something. And after I went to the hospital too, it's the same spot where I had the heparin injection, the left and the right fat tissue of my abdomen and in my backside. And so I believe, this is my opinion, because everything's based on opinion anyway. I start losing collagen and muscle, and my shit hurts hella bad. Even in the back of my leg, you know. But anyways, the reason why I came on here is because, oh shit again, fuck. No, I didn't put a lotion on too, because I hate laying that shit. I hope this shit's over. I think it's my environment. I don't know. They've been poisoning me. They have. Noxious fumes. That didn't work. Lied. That didn't work. They put, I believe, toilet water in my ice chest, my ice maker, my food, my everything else. Come here snooping around and know what kind of food I have in my refrigerator, everything else. Turn the microphones on, making a mockery out of me on the CCTV and shit like that. Yeah, I'm gonna handle that in the morning. But anyways, when I came on, it's because rumor has it, well, not the rumor, my brother had said it was incarcerated. I keep saying allegedly because I don't know what to think anymore. I just don't trust the system. They fucked me so much from the beginning of a foreigner, of Nigerian. But the courts are foreign courts. Look at the flags with the gold fringe. They're foreign courts. So, or tribunals, they call it. It's not a court, it's a tribunal. Court means bank, and bank. But anyway, that's another topic. And I'm very knowledgeable. Like I said, I read a lot. And I should have been an attorney, but shit, not in Sacramento anyway. I should have moved out of the county and pursued, whatever. But anyways, I wanted to say that because my brother had submitted a manifesto, right? And for the life of me, I'm trying to find it because I had it on my old text, whatever, and I can't find it. Maybe because the phone's off and I can't download it anymore. And I've been moving. Not moving, but I have moved, and papers were scattered. People took my things, and and shit like that. And so his manifesto, he implicated my name, talk about something about like he's the holy one that was so concerned and sincere that everybody was involved in my mom's death but him. Okay, well, he doesn't know that my mom's house was under surveillance anyway. They were watching all of us, and plus too, they kept calling CPS on me and his bitch ass friends, and take the focus off of them, putting it on me for many years. Now reflecting back, So when my mom had passed away, I took a shower this morning because I itch a lot. This is environment, whatever. But anyways, that's beside the point. So also reflecting, something came to my mind. I forgot to mention this to you guys, that when I came over to my mom's house, after she was taken to the morgue or whatever it was, I was still like in disbelief. It just felt unreal, I couldn't even grieve because the way things were going, happening. They were cleaning up. They had the cleaning people coming there. My brother did, the one who was incarcerated. He ordered this big, those trash things that, they put in your driveway. And when you renovate your place, you can dump it out. He ordered that under my mom's money. Social Security money. Oh, I had the proof. And I had the pictures too. And I was thinking to myself, I said, well, if the so-called investigators, if they're investigating right, because they want to take me down anyway, because number one, I was teaching child support, and they knew I cracked the code. What it really is, because they had me idle. I couldn't get no job, couldn't do shit. I couldn't get remedy. They're spreading rumors about me and shit like that. Took my certificates out of my own apartment, my medical records and shit like that. Who does that? Create a narrative, and also too, they took my inheritance, whatever left from my grandfather and from my mom. Allegedly. So eating good. Meanwhile, they purposefully, you know, uh, evicted me out. And I was told I shouldn't have never left. But, I didn't have the law in front of me. And I couldn't pay the other person to do this letter for me because they blocked me on DoorDash. I couldn't make any money. And so, anyways, long story. I started reflecting. I said, now, if you felt that somebody murdered your mother, as you put it, your mother, my mom, they always say my mom, like a trophy or some shit. Um, then why would you change the light fixture in the den? He bought a chandelier. I have a picture of that too. A chandelier. He changed that out on the walkway by the front door. He changed the chandelier. He changed the fan, whatever it is, in my mom's room. He bought blinds. Uh, he bought a new door handle. For the sliding glass door. So my thing is, why didn't you call the detectives or homicide people to take pictures and fingerprints and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? But you had called cleaning crew to shampoo the carpet, and his bitch ass son's mom, who's from Chicago, she was so concerned about, oh, we're gonna change this and we're gonna do this and we're gonna change the carpet. I'm like, who are you? I didn't go to Chicago and talk about to renovate your mother's place. She got her mother's house, but it's not in her name though. You know what I'm saying? She's still low income. Come on now, please. And getting Social Security allegedly was an institution that I do know. So my thing is, because since they had me under surveillance or wrong for whatever it is, bullshit investigation, they're so dumb. They already had me on a CCTV or hidden cameras in my own apartment. His bitch ass friend from North Islands talking about she's a pastor. And when I said to my sister, called me and told me, Mama had died, or whatever she said, died or passed away, whatever she said. And I was like, what? Before she said that, I said, what? And I heard because my window was open in my bedroom, in North Islands. And the girl who's adjacent to me had two sons. And cause I could always see them because we were at kitchen to kitchen. We could see each other inside our own apartments. And I heard her on the phone saying, yeah, her mother had died or passed away. Now, how did she know all this? You know what I'm saying? Before my sister even mentioned anything over the phone. So they're all involved, I'm trying to tell you. Because my brother had said, I thought I was gonna go first before Mama go. He kept saying it twice. He said it twice. And the day before she passed, I remember I was over there and he had this Chinese stuff. What's that name of that Chinese stuff? I'm trying to remember it. It's green. My mom said, "Don't drink that. Don't drink that crap, Fatima." She said, "I drink that stuff, made me sick." And my brother was drinking like by the bottles. Talking about it cures everything and this and that. I was like to myself, mm-hmm. Because whatever happened to Oklahoma is, sealed his fate. Guacamosha or some crap that name or some Asian drink. He had by the bottles. That shit don't work. I got the remedy. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, he was like he was giving he poured something like in a little a cap and he gave my mom. He was like, as if she can see, but it was like it wasn't really him. Like he was like out of it, and she was like, "No, I'm not drinking that crap. That made me sick." And no telling. But my thing is, if somebody so called allegedly killed your mother for insurance money, and he purposely put my younger brother's name was like a prudential envelope right in view in my mom's room, why would you change the fan, like with light fixture in her room? Why would you change the light fixture fan in the den? Why would you buy blinds, chandelier, it look like a ball type thing in the walkway by the front door? Why would you, when before you were calling my younger brother to go change your locks, but then yet you damaged the locks in my mom's house and changed it to his own locks? You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, "There's a restraining order against you." I said, "For what? I never got to serve nothing." He don't do shit. He doesn't do shit like that. He don't write shit. He don't do shit like that. He don't comprehend none of that bullshit. I'm trying to tell you. And I have a picture of him at Grambling University with my mom and my younger brother when he supposed to have graduated. So we don't know. I don't know for certain. I don't know. Well, mom had said, "I'm going out to see, your brother's graduation." And she said, "You want to go?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to go nowhere. I have to go to work." And that was back in what, 90, let me see, 92, 90, oh, I forgot, something in the late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere right there. I said I had to go to work, I had all my kids too at that time. They were small. So that's the thing. Because he has his hands in everything. Black Armor Records, just the nigga Crips and shit like that. These scallywags, they were stealing, And they got my mom. I mean, he was always lurking around. Probably got my mom's documents and said, "What? Virginia get this, that, and the other." They all knew, probably, possibly. And that's what, because he probably knew from years before. That's why I had gas in my unit back in the late 90s. I had to call the fire department. The manager kept coming to my apartment when I was at work. I felt somebody coming in, but I had no proof. I kept put the camcorder up, those cameras, those handheld camcorders back in the day. And then stuff started coming up missing. But I couldn't say anything. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I know it was there, but who should I, accuse? My kids were small; they couldn't reach up in the closet. But the term messenger, she confirmed what I already knew. My brother came to my place when I wasn't there. Now, how he do that? I remember before 2021, he said, "I got keys to everything. Anything you want, I got keys for." I'm like, "What?" I said, "Okay." And then after that, he started crying. He said, "Yeah, you should, mend your relationship with, like my oldest daughter." And I said, I wanted to really say, but I didn't know how he was going to react. I wanted to say, but you threw that wedge between us, hiding her out. They wouldn't tell me where she was at. He was at she was at his house, going to the studio. Talk about, "Don't tell my mom where I'm at." She would say, she'd call the police and say, "You're harboring a minor." And he wouldn't do it either. Like, he's a big kid. So when he came to my place in 2021, he said, "You should mend the relationship with you, your daughter, blah, blah, all teenagers, this, that, and the other." Okay, but I didn't say anything, but I was like rubbing his side. You can see it on the camera. It was in my apartment. The hidden cameras. He was boohoo crying. That was craft guilt. Because he put a wedge in between me and my daughter. She could have graduated from high school. She had decent grades. She was supposed to go to Howard University. She was very smart. But he exploited her. He didn't want to tell me where she was at. And his bitch ass wife from Oakland. So I'm going to Sacramento to pick up my niece. Okay, whose niece in Sacramento? It was my daughter. I have still pictures to this day of her half naked on with the background was my brother's place on sugardaddy.com. Come on now. Come on, I didn't know what was going on when I was in and out of town. Okay, she was at your house, at that time. and exploiting her out. I don't give a fuck. So my thing is, if you thought so bad that somebody killed, our mom, as he says it, my mama, you know, then why would you semi-renovate the house? And it wasn't for you anyway. And that law manifesto, I'm trying to find it. I had it on my one of my old phone numbers. I can't, and if it's because my the other phone's off anyway, so I don't know if I can retrieve the manifesto. But he sent it over to the FBI. I was like, they have satellite imagery. We're the age of technology. We're in the 1970s, and if you were, they still had satellite imagery then too. It took a little bit longer, you know. And then people supposedly investigating me for what? No, it's about exploitation. They'd make a mockery out of me. She watched me naked. Look how she looked. Look at her body. This, that, and the other. People are perverts. They're pedophiles. The whole community over there is pedophiles. Majority of them were sex offenders. I didn't even know it. Even the person who needed help, he was a registered sex offender. Talk about, once you put that little nigga in school, me and my young son at the time, and they said, well, my baby mama can watch your son. I'm like, to myself, like, I don't even know your baby mama. Why would I do that for? It was the way things were going. And I started analyzing everything. So, my thing is they shampoo the carpet, they do all kind of bullshit. And I was like, there was like a red spot there. Yeah, I want to say it's blood, but I can't say for certain it was. So I said a red spot on her carpet, with popcorn. And the phone was out of the wall, it was missing. But then when my disabled sister needed to call, the phone all of a sudden appears. Because my brother, who's incarcerated, put it back on the wall. So he probably did that to stop my mom from calling anybody. I just, I don't want to say anything negative, but I have said it. And everybody, my family, so-called cousins, I don't even speak to for years, except for at my mom's funeral. I haven't seen these people for years. I don't even know. Some of them, I don't even know their name. I don't even know them. But I seen one of them here in my area. I said, oh, okay. And they're probably behind all this bullshit robbing me too. So I asked my son, I said, well, how did you know my first cousins as that? They're kind of the same age range, but my first cousins, how would you know all of them all of a sudden? We don't have the same last name. We don't look alike. So how did you know all of them? He didn't say nothing. I said, okay. Plotting and planning. One Terra Messenger, she had said something that I already pretty much knew. And she's very good at, well, they're all good. When they say certain things, I mean, I know who they're referring to. You have to really listen, listen with your ears, and sometimes people say things, I can't explain it, but you just have to listen. You have to use discernment. You have to listen of the message. Because most people, like in school, that's what I teach my young son at the time, homeschooling him. When I said, when you read, you're not just reading the words like I'm going down the street, whatever. You have to analyze what you're reading and what are they talking about. I'm going down the street can mean many things. You say you're going down the street to do what? I'm going to the store to get bread, and I found some butter or whatever. That necessarily doesn't mean that you're going to the store to get some butter. It can be something totally different. Those people don't comprehend nothing. Those people are little low lives. They say, oh, look at the reading level up, this, that, and the other. Oh, where's my stuff at? It's not about reading, it's about comprehension. Can you comprehend what you read? Can you recite back what you read? Can you give me a synopsis of what you read? Or a summary? Oh, my stomach is killing me so bad. Hold on for a minute. My thing's been sparking for whatever reason. Oh, my stomach is hurting so bad. At one point, my stomach was bleeding. The outside of my stomach, like the veins or whatever it is, and then I was bleeding my back. That's more like medicine and shit. Anyways, I just wanted to come on here and say that, you know, you guys should be asking him that. If you're a so-called family member, but you guys know it anyway, it's because the money is all left from me. So my mom, she paid out a whole lot of money, resources, taking loans and shit on my brother's behalf. He's in all kind of criminal activity and trouble, you know. Even the federal probation officer came to my mom's house at one point, you know, and thought, okay, well the mother's blind and he's probably there. He's there to help, but my mom had a mortgage. It was only $34,000. I was like, damn. So that mortgage should have been paid for a long time ago. But maybe people hollering big shots. Besides me, they kept me in poverty and in destitution and shit like that. I could have paid for that if I had the money and the resources. But dang, you had grown motherfuckers in there living there, and $34,000 left on the mortgage. My mom paid her own goddamn mortgage. That's what I'm mad at too. She's stressing herself out. Supposed to be Mr. Big Shot, record label. Spreading rumors and shit. Got people fucking with me and damaging my property and putting shit in walls and noxious fumes and making me sick and all kind of bullshit. And then the hospitals had another to say, oh, it's because I guess the heart level, muscle level, whatever went up or something. Oh, it's this, that, and that. So I had that in '98. So what's the excuse now? When they put a question mark, like I said, I had 98, like I was delusional, and I'm like, okay, because I had an infection, and the doctor who did my C-section back in '98, a lot of people were suing him. Same hospital, Mercy, and he couldn't take the heat. He was targeting Medi-Cal patients. And Medi-Cal patient getting paid more with C-section. Mine was very unnecessary. And my daughter wasn't probably ready to come out. Anyway, like my mom said, she wasn't ready to come out. She could have been born in April, She wasn't ready. But he wanted that money so damn bad. So he moved to Texas. He was he worked in Texas, whatever it is. And then something happened down there. And then he had a stroke. The pressure was too much for him. I thought if I would have known better, I was too young. I didn't know not too young, but I didn't know about the law. I know nothing. People were suing him left and right. And I had an infection. I had an endometriitis. It was endometriosis. No, endometriitis. My incision was yellow and it smelled really bad, and my feet were swollen. I never had that problem before in my life. I couldn't breathe. Turns out I had an infection all in my I guess in my uterus or whatever it was, due to his negligence. He came back to Sacramento. He died. He passed away. He worked for Mercy, and they're gonna tell me with a question mark. Just a heart failure, '98. I'm like, yeah, I did. And everybody kept telling me, don't go to Mercy. You come up missing. They'll give you an IV and you fall asleep. You will never wake up. They could give me all kind of drugs. I talk a heck of fast. I was tired too, but I was like, turns out the first time around, they were like, we don't know what's going on with you. Like, I'm just, I'm obese, of course, fat or overweight, whatever. And then, based on my age and my lifestyle, whatever, it was kind of normal, but they were like, they couldn't find out what was going on. So they had to do a drug test on me. And remind you, I was in a shelter with all this. They had noxious fumes in there. They were smoking that dope. All kind of shit up in there. I couldn't hardly breathe. I was scooting my feet. But before then, I was able to walk. I was touching the bus. I was doing all kinds of Uber, Lyft, going shopping, whatever. That place is horrible. Horrible. They put shit in people's food, all kind of shit. People are low lives. And then I found out that the person who'd been stalking me stayed by the river. The people are weird. I haven't seen this one person in 20 years. And you're still bothering me? Because I was a good person. But I didn't know his history until I got the whole shebang. I'm going to tell it all at one point. That's why he has his relatives now. All my shit, listening and shit. He don't want to do nothing. He don't want to do no ID. He don't want to do no shit. I smoke dope. Day in, day out. That's what they call CPS on me. For what, nigga? I haven't seen you in 20 years. Other dude, that's why he needed help. I told you the story in my other video. He said, okay, the restroom. I said, okay, sure, go ahead. And it was clean. He used the restroom. And then I'm like, damn, he's taking too long in the bathroom. So I get up. He creeping to my son's room, looking around. See, he got caught. He was looking peeking through my son's door. And at the time, he was playing video games or whatever he was doing, or building Legos, something like that, in his room. And at the time, my son had a mattress on the floor, and Legos on the floor, clothes, shit like that. And it's a kid's room, so what? And he was creeping in my son's room. He was looking at the door. I said, motherfucker's a pedophile. To myself, I said to myself. And then next thing I know, because I had an inspection coming up or something. No, I didn't have an inspection. It was a housing. And they said, 24-hour or 48-hour inspection. That means that somebody had reported something and they want to come and check it out. So I said, okay, to myself, okay. But typically, I had the contract, whatever. And so what I did was, when the dude was creeping in my son's room, picking through the door, I went right down to Walmart, got a bed, it was $100. Me and my son put it together all night. Got him a comforter, put a sheet on there, threw a pillow on there, cleaned up his room, vacuumed it. And when the inspector came out, or whoever it was, his eyes were like, what? Huh? Like he got a report that my son's room was this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter. These people are weird because they're jealous. He was brought in because he said, so, what's up with you and Bumi Awani? I knew from there he was trying to set me up, looking around, robbing me. I leave out my apartment, come to my apartment, because he has an uncle who works for XP Realty. And he was stalking me at one point. I got his big head ass picture. He got an aunt, or whatever relative, who's Indian, because they're all mixed up. Some are white, some are, from that country. What's that country? Whatever. They're from New York, half siblings. You got some, who married into the Indian culture. Got some married to black. Then you got the father side of the family. Then you got the Hispanic side. They married black and Hispanic, or black or Hispanic and white. Oh yeah, I know. And he told me. So you never can tell who's who and what. But I got the whole list of his family. At one point, I was like, who is this dude following me? So at that time, I had an app that does facial recognition. This is during COVID time. And I took a snapshot a picture of him. I'm like, why is he bothering me? This is this dude's uncle. He's a real estate guy. That's why he has access to a lot of real estate shit, causing problems. He's unstable. Lives by the river, and how can he contact a management company to determine, things are happening in my life. I need you to go and check to see if you do voodoo. And if I do, so what? How you gonna come and tell me about my religion, my beliefs, and come check me out for what? You step in my apartment again, something bad gonna happen. I'm trying to tell you. You think you're going through it now. You know. Yeah, his uncle worked for XP Realty. Keep messing with me. His uncle's friend, XP Realty. Uh, he got an aunt or somebody who works as a medical doctor. Oh yeah, I know. He got a cousin who works for certain apartment complexes. Oh, I know. He got a half sister. Oh, I know. He got a half brother. They look nothing alike though, but from the same dad, I guess. He never raised his daughter anyway. The dad did. I have some information I want to share, but I don't want to share right now. That's what I want to. My thing is, I was listening to a messenger, and she was like saying, well, like 4 of them had said about this hit. And I remember, I think it was was it here? No, it was in North Highlands. I was in my apartment. Was it here or something? And maybe it was a hoax or something. I don't know. But they had said, get on the floor, get on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. And I said to myself, huh. Because at one point, they would turn off my lights, so they can probably ambush me. I was ready for them anyway. Like now, they bust my windshield, and no, it was no acorns. Acorns don't, but it was no acorns because the squirrels ate them for the winter, or they took them for harvest, to hibernate for the winter. And we have dead pine cones, and my windshield was double pane. So you can tell it was a rock that hit it, that they smashed it. I had rocks all around my car. I said, okay, don't worry about it. People are jealous. They want to hurt me. They're jealous because they can't be like me. They can't do what I do. And they're mad because, they owe my money from my inheritance. They've been stealing. They called the county on me, the welfare department. Well, they said some debit cards. Okay, well, what's that would do to anything? If anything, they're supposed to do a background check on you. And they already did it anyway, but they're trying to be I Spy. And I believe his baby mama, that the baby mama was working at the call center. I forgot her name because I blocked her on Facebook. Cause I looked her up and then I blocked her. And basically, talk about what's this car. I'm like, the banks are closed. Like, what the fuck? Like, I never put it on a piece of paper. Why would I put this on a document that doesn't even exist? Yeah, the cards really look like it didn't expire, but they were all shut down. And then I said, well, Cash App, this, that, and the other. So Cash App is not even a bank. It's a prepaid card. It's like you get Walmart cards, a prepaid card. They're trying to find some shit because whoever called up there, whoever did what, said that I was hiding money. No, because they want me off the system to make it appear that I'm receiving my inheritance. It's an old game. So I said, my Cash App information. Okay, here you go. I think I had $3 in there or something like that. And then I was like, I was so upset. And I thought about doing a lawsuit or some bullshit. Talk about when we I Spy, and you a call center person. You supposed to send this to the investigator. And they're supposed to investigate my, whatever I put in my application or my funds or monies or whatever the case may be. People are low lives. I know that. 'Cause I remember one time my neighbor did an investigator come to their apartment, and they're like, "How many people live here? How many kids are here? How much food you have in here?" I seen the whole thing on my own self. That's what they do. Don't call you on the phone and say all this shit. They say, "Oh, somebody in your household." Somebody in my household. I thought about it. I said, my 15-year-old, he didn't know how to dial no county number. I thought about it. I said, okay, I know who it is. Even housing too. They call the housing people. Fucking with me. They do a background check. They watch you. They monitor you. They mark your phone. They even give you your phone number. They monitor your phone number, so they got that satellite in the front, the man in the middle, so they can see what you're doing. Microphones in your apartment, listening in, watching you on CCTV. Perverts. People are perverts. You know. I've been over. I've been over for them too. And shake it. Hope to get a kick out of that. You know. But anyway, like I said, I'm about to go try to sleep. That's like I said. That's why you should ask. You should ask that question when you speak to my brother again. If your sister was involved in the demise of your mom or whatever, why would you semi-renovate uh, your mother's home? That's the question. So until next time, you guys, stay strong, stay encouraged, and watch your surroundings because they're out there lurking. Don't get caught up. Peace.